Well, I'm seeing it on OBS. There we go. Excellent connection. Okay. So it's showing time to call Alex. Go upstairs on the TV and make sure it's running, and then send me a text. Okay. Thanks. Okay. I need to be plugged in. Well, I don't know if that's going to be strong enough because what is it says is open widget. What does that mean? All right. So it's saying that. Oh, there we go. Check, check. Check, check. Okay, so something's going on because he keeps saying that. Well, no, it's saying it's not streaming enough video. But yeah, hold on, I gotta mute this. Alex, check, check. Check one, check two. Check, check. Microphone's working on my end. Check, check. Ow now, brown cow. Ow now, brown cow. I like scotch. Scotchy, scotch, scotch. But do you hear anything else, Alex? I'm sitting here talking. Is it choppy, Alex? Can you hear me? Is it consistent? Well, I can't really help the wind. We need to change the resolution, yeah, because that's what it keeps popping up. Just making sure you guys can hear me out there in YouTube land. Oh, check it out, man. Check, check. Just doing another microphone check. Check, check, check. I see my microphone's working. Awesome, Tyler. Thank you, buddy. That's because I'm muting because we got KGMI just down from us and the wind is pretty good. So we're just going to sit here. We'll get started in about 10 minutes, everybody. Mic check, please. Somebody give me a comment. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Somebody give me a comment. Let me know if you guys can hear me.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sid Lambert Field, where tonight it's senior night here in the Valley. Tonight we're going to honor our seniors that will be graduating soon. We're going to start with the cheerleaders. And number one is McKenna McLaurin. McKenna is a third-year cheerleader. She, along with our other two senior cheerleaders, is serving as a captain for the football cheer squad. She has been a valuable member of the squad and brings great enthusiasm for cheerleading to the team. McKenna is accompanied by her siblings Elizabeth, Gabe, Megan, and Rachel. McKenna would like to thank her whole family for always looking out for her and loving her unconditionally. She'd also like to thank the Penninger family for treating her like their own, and lastly, her amazing boyfriend Brady for always supporting and loving her no matter what. After high school, McKenna plans to attend BTC to become an EMT. Coach Kepler and the other cheerleaders will greatly miss McKenna's desire to make sure every detail is always taken care of, and her unique ability to not be able to show her actual spirit when performing.
Check. Check, check. Can you guys hear me over the announcer? Check, check.
And next we have Amber Hake. Amber is a third-year cheerleader. She is also serving as one of the captains for our football cheer squad. Amber shows a great amount of care and concern for her teammates. She was awarded with the ND Pride Award during her junior year for exemplifying the characteristics of pride throughout that cheer season. Amber is accompanied by her parents, Wendy and Ryan, on the field, and her grandparents and sister in the crowd. Amber would like to thank her family for always supporting her. She'd also like to thank all of her chosen family for loving and supporting her and providing her with lifelong friendship. Along with her mom for teaching her the definition of strength and courage, she is thankful to her papa and grandma for being her number one fans. Amber plans to attend college next fall at an as yet undecided university to pursue a degree in healthcare. Coach Kepler and the rest of the squad will greatly miss Amber's natural ability to lead by serving those around her. Amber Hake. Next is Allie Gebhardt. Allie is a fourth-year cheerleader. She, along with McKenna and Amber, is serving as a captain for our football cheer squad and has been chosen to have the honor of calling the cheers for our first game tonight. Allie has a natural talent for performing and showmanship, and this ability has brought great flair to our cheer routines over these last 4 years. Allie is accompanied by her parents, David and Karen. Allie would like to thank her parents for their unconditional love and support. She'd also like to thank Coach Kepler for not only being a great coach, but an amazing role model. And lastly, she'd like to thank her best friend Trissa for always being there for her no matter what. After high school, Allie will be attending Watcom Community College before transferring to a university to become an ultrasound technician. Coach Kepler and the squad will miss Allie's talent for teaching cheers and dances and for always being able to make us laugh. Allie Gebhardt. Okay, so now let's move on to the senior football players, and we will start with Colton Brower. Colton is accompanied by his mom, Patty. After high school, Colton wishes to attend.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sid Lambert Field in Everson, Washington, home of the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. They're honoring their seniors tonight here at Nooksack Valley, so we will get started as soon as they are done honoring those people who have put in 4 years of dedication to this football program.
Next up is Alex
All right, good evening, everybody. We are here at Sid Lambert Field in Everson, Washington, home of the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. For the first time in 15 months, we have high school football in Whatcom County, with the Mount Baker Mountaineers visiting their old-time rival, the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. This has been quite the journey to get to this point. I'll never forget the day last March when Ron Lepper had to break the news to all the high school athletes at Mount Baker that there would be no spring season. The good thing about teenage athletes is they believe in two things: perseverance and hope. And despite everything taken away from them, they weren't allowed to see their friends. They weren't allowed to go out to eat. They weren't allowed to go to school. They had to wear a mask. They persevered through this tough time, relying on hope, hoping that one day they will be able to take the field again and represent the colors of their community. And then we had a fateful day in June when I got the call from Ron that between him and the hard work that he put in with our outstanding superintendent, Mary Seawright, we were able to get the kids back in the weight room, and a glimmer of light that we call hope started flashing a little bit brighter. The smiles returned to the kids' faces. The game started playing again, and the possibility of fall sports was on the horizon. But life is like a wave. For every peak, there is always going to be a valley, and we hit another valley when they determined that there would be no fall sports. And then that hope, that gleaming light that was shining all summer long, started to disappear. We made it through the winter. We were training, we were practicing, and lo and behold, just a couple short weeks ago, Coach Lepp pulled me aside and said, "Coach, we get to play a game." The tears in his eyes and the joy in his voice said all I needed to know. So here we are, everybody. Nooksack Valley versus Mount Baker for the first time in 15 months. Let's go, baby. So here we are, everybody. Nooksack Valley versus Mount Baker for the first time in 15 months. Let's go, baby. All right. Here we are. Nooksack's out on the field. They're going to go through their warm-ups. In the meantime, I'm going to play you guys an interview I did with our senior starting quarterback, Mason Jacoby, on the upcoming season.
All right, here I am with Mount Baker senior quarterback Mason Jacoby. Mason, it's been over a year since you've been on the field playing football. Run me through the emotions as you're getting ready to take the field for the first time.
I'd say it's pretty overwhelming and doesn't seem quite real yet, just because of what we've been through the past year. So I'm definitely ready. It's been a long time coming, but just can't get my emotions too far ahead of me. Just got to stay ready for it.
Now, you guys have a lot of seniors coming back, mainly Aiden Corning, Garrett Smith, Chichi Rodriguez, some of your favorite targets. How have you guys as seniors been able to lead your team through this interesting year?
I think a lot of it is from the past of how we got led and kind of the reputation of our school and our program. I think that we wouldn't be in this position and we wouldn't have led the way that we lead if we didn't have the people in front of us and the reputation in front of us and the expectations. And so I think that how we lead is we lead with expectation and we lead by example. So I think that we knew what to expect and we knew what our program expects, so we just followed what our program does.
With only a 5-game season, what are some of those expectations that you guys set for yourself?
The expectation is pretty much just have fun, because we only get 5 games, and especially for us seniors, those will be our only 5 games. And we don't know if we get all 5 of those games. So we just have to have fun and make it memorable, because that's as far as we can get.
Awesome, Mason. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so hope you guys were able to hear that. Hope you guys were able to hear that interview I did with Mason Jacoby. This is his second year starting at quarterback for Ron Lepper. Lepper is at his, 600th year at Mount Baker. Ron is a mainstay. You don't say Mount Baker without saying Ron Lepper in the same sentence. We'll go through the starting lineups. We're going to do our offensive starting lineups for the Mount Baker Mountaineers. Starting at wide receiver is senior Garrett Smith. At the other wide receiver who's also a running back. We got Chichi Rodriguez. In the backfield, we got quarterback Mason Jacoby. In the backfield in the wing T offense, we also have senior Toby Jefferson and junior Jesse Sandy. At tight end, we got senior Jeremiah Lee. Our offensive line is anchored by big-time senior Aiden Corning, who's going to Simon Fraser University to play football next year. Also on the line, we got junior Davin Beeson, sophomore Ethan Larson, senior Wyatt Thomas, and from what I understand, we are going to also be seeing sophomore Joel Robles starting at tackle. Mount Baker just came out on the field doing the coin toss. Out for Mount Baker's number 73, Aiden Corning. He's out there with fellow senior from Nooksack Valley, junior Nooksack Valley, Jordan Silva. Coin toss is done. Looks like Nooksack Valley won the coin toss. They are going to receive the ball. Baker coming out on the field first. I hope you guys are ready, because guess what, everybody? It's time for Northwest Washington football.
Number 2, Garrett Smith. Number 4,
One thing to keep in mind for tonight, everybody,
number 5,
this is a 5-game season. There's no state championships on the line. There's no conference titles on the line. This is for playing for pride, representing your community and representing your community and your colors. So while at the end of the night, scoreboard will say that there's a winner and a loser, but in my opinion tonight, there's going to be no losers in this game. All these kids have been put through the ringer for the past year. They've maintained perseverance. They've maintained hope. They maintain that light in their eyes, just like the indelible spirit of a teenager can do. We're going to rise for the pledge of the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, everybody, here we go. The rain has lightly started falling, coming down at an angle of 9.62 degrees. Off in the background, you can't see it, to the north of the lights of Canada. For those of you who are unfamiliar where this high school is up on the northwest, we are really close to Canada.
for tonight's game.
I might drop a A-bomb every now and then.
Linesman Zachary Nakagawa. Line judge
Hope you guys are excited for this. And my understanding that this is the first time in the history
John Hammond.
of both of these high schools that we're actually live streaming a football game. Gotta love modern technology, able to bring this to the communities of Everson, Sumas, Nooksack, and of course, everyone out in Deming. As the teams get lined up, Mount Baker is off to the north. Coming out on defense first. According to Ron Lepper, we are not going to be doing kickoff or kickoff return due to the limited amount of practices that both teams have had. Contact has been limited. They haven't been able to go full 11 on 11, very much so. Coach Lepper reached out to new head coach in Nooksack Valley, Craig Bartle. The name might sound familiar because guess what? That's my older brother. This is his second stint at Nooksack Valley. All right, here we go. Starting at quarterback for the Nooksack Valley Pioneers is number 12, freshman Joey Brown. How about that? Freshman starting at quarterback. We're ready to get started. I hope you guys are ready. Here we go. We got the snap. We got a handoff off the right outside. And, of course, the first person there is going to be Davin Beeson and a host of other Mount Baker Mountaineers on the first carry of the game. Looks like he got about 3 yards. Second down and 7 for the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. Shotgun formation, 2 in the backfield, 1 off on the left-hand side. Mount Baker's in their traditional 4x4. Run off the right-hand side. Oh, he's got space. Take it down by number 3, Caleb Horseman, and number 4, Mason Jacoby. But that's going to be a first down for Nooksack. Great play off the right-hand side.
Like number 4, Mason Jacoby.
First down for Pioneers. Ball's going to be at the 46-yard line of the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. First down for Pioneers. I think that was Scout Winter on the run right there. We'll give him 10 yards there. Again, two people in the backgun, shotgun formation, run off to the right-hand side. He's got a little bit of space out there. Looks like he got about 5 yards. Jordan Silva with another run for 4 yards. It's going to be second down. Looks like they gave him 4. I don't know. The announcer said 4. It looks more like, actually it is. Looks like it's 4 yards. Second down and 6. One thing that you're going to get from a Craig Bartle-led team is this team is going to play with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of emotion. Craig's been a coach for a very long time. He's been in the game for over 20 years as a coach. Got his start with Mount Baker Lumberger Solberg when he was coaching at Seaholm. He was my head coach. Motion out of the backfield, 21 up. They're going to pitch it out to the right. Play gets strung out. He's got, penalty flag. I think we're going to get a holding on Nooksack here, but let's see what happens. There was a gain of about 3 yards. Tackle by Davin Beeson. Shocker, you're going to hear that quite a bit this season. Hopefully at least 60 to 75 times. Nooksack Valley is marching backwards, so I'm assuming that the penalty is going to be against them. Holding, that's going to be take them back 10 yards. Still probably going to be second down as they march it on back. They're going to place the ball back at the Nooksack Valley 40-yard line. 10 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Second down and 16 for Nooksack. This offense doesn't quite look the same as it did last year. For those of you familiar with Northwest football, Craig was the quarterback coach for Jake Locker out at Ferndale. I'm starting to see a lot of similarities to this new Nooksack offense to what Ferndale ran back when Jake was there. Shotgun formation, 2 people in the backfield, 2 wide receivers split out on each side. Brown takes him. He's stepping back for his first pass. He's coming out to the side, and he just gets by senior Kobe. What a tackle. Whoa. Laying the smackdown right there from Mason. Attaboy. Looks like we got a loss. About 2 yards. Scout Winter on there who got popped. Third and 18. We got a long way to go for Nooksack to get a first down. One thing about this project that Craig Bartle's got going out at Nooksack is they graduated a lot of seniors last year in a lot of key positions, namely in the quarterback and tailback position. So they're filling a lot of holes. But if there's one thing that Coach Bartle knows how to do, that's to develop players. We got trips on the far side of the field, 1 running back, shotgun formation. Joey Brown, freshman, looking composed in his first start. Drops back to pass, bumbles a pass. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's looking to scramble. Davin Beeson is right there for the tackle, and then everybody else in the Mount Baker defense coming to join. Fumble, the ball's on the ground, but they're saying that they blew the whistle. That's a bummer. Joey Brown with the carry. Looks like he got about 6 yards on his attempt. Nooksack's going to punt the ball. Going all the way back. Looks like we got no junior number 22, Jesse Sandy, going back for the return. Number 21, Scout Winter, back for Nooksack to punt the ball. Bobbled it. And he just gets it off, but off to the left-hand side and out of bounds. And, man, he just took out the water table. Mount Baker football at their own 41-yard line. This is the first time we're going to see the Mount Baker offense tonight. 7:39 left to go in the first quarter. The score is currently 0-0. I announced the Mount Baker starting offense. We get to the Nooksack starting defense at some point. Mount Baker coming out in their traditional wing T formation. Garrett Smith on the far side of the field, split out at wide receiver. Toby Jefferson in the backfield. Little bobble the handoff. Oh, and there goes Toby Jefferson straight up the middle. He's still fighting because guess what? He's not going to go down. That's how Toby Jefferson runs. He runs with his head down, and he's going to be hard to tackle. Looks like they're going to give him 8 yards straight up the middle for the senior, who rushed for over 1,100 yards last year as a junior. They're going to give him 7 yards there on his first attempt of the game. Talking to Toby a couple days ago, he's incredibly motivated to only have 5 games this year. He set some pretty lofty goals, and maybe we'll get into them. Wing T formation, Chichi Rodriguez at the wing back on the near side, Garrett Smith on the far side. Run out to the short side, but what a great defensive play by Nooksack. Number 10, jet triplet with the tackle as Jesse Sandy tried to get outside. And he actually lost a couple yards there, moved him back, got minus 2 yards there. 3rd down, 5 for the Mount Baker offense. Let's see what Coach Ron Lepper is going to dial up. Nooksack Valley looks like they're going 4 down linemen. Interesting 4-4 look for Nooksack, playing the run, that's for sure. And there's Toby Jefferson straight up the middle, running people over, and that's going to be a first down for Mount Baker as Toby rushes for 8 yards, let's say. First down for Baker, moves the ball into Nooksack Valley territory at the Nooksack Valley 46-yard line. 6:09 to go in the first quarter. Mount Baker starting to get a little momentum after they lost 2 yards on the second play. Junior Davin Beeson is playing center. Mason Jacoby coming under center. Ooh, we're going to get a pass, and he's going to go. No, he's not going to go down. Oh, 2 guys around his legs for almost a sack of 20 yards, and Mason was able to break through, but he threw an incomplete pass. 2nd down, Mount Baker, 2nd and 10. Looks like they were going to try to run boot going out to that far side out there, and Nooksack Valley with a fantastic defensive play by the defensive end on that side to sniff that play out and make Mason have to adjust the play. 2nd down. Who is that on that far side? That looks like new uniforms for Nooksack and going the purple people eater look. Purple helmets, purple jerseys, purple pants. That's a lot of purple. Mason Jacoby under center. He drops back to pass. Swing pass out to Chichi Rodriguez. He's got some space, which is dangerous. And he's running. And Chichi's not going to go down easy. That's going to be another first down for Mount Baker with a gain of 20. Swing pass out to Chichi Rodriguez. He's got some space, which is dangerous. And he's running. Great little bubble screen pass out to that far side to Chichi. He's always super dangerous out into space. Marching down. Looks like they marked the ball out at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Baker breaks the huddle. 2 in the backfield, 2 on the far sideline. On the short side, Mason getting under center. Here's the snap. Fake on the run. And he's got a hole. He is running for a first down. Nice little play for Jesse Sandy. Oh, they're going to call him. Well, they're giving them a first down. Jesse Sandy with 10 yards, moving the sticks. We are now, Baker for the first time is in the red zone on the 20-yard line. First down, 5:16 left to go in the first quarter. If you guys are expecting a lot of passing in this game from Mount Baker, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Baker loves to run the ball. Coach Lepp loves that hard mouth, smash mouth football. But we got 2 wide receivers out on the far side, 2 running backs in. Another handoff to Jesse Sandy up the middle. He's got a crease. He's going to get outside the tackle. Oh, and he gets taken down right at the 3-yard line. What a great run by Jesse Sandy. Gain of, holy cow, 17 yards. First down, Baker. What a great run by Jesse Sandy. Gain of, holy cow, 17 yards. Jesse Sandy with a background in rugby. You know that guy is going to be a load. I don't understand what's going on. Did they give him a touchdown, Matt? Oh my! Wow! Look at the scoreboard. They're 6 points up. I guess they gave him a touchdown. I'll be darned. Well, touchdown Baker. Here's the extra point. Snap, hold, good kick. There we go. We got a good kick from our new kicker, Christian Zavala. If the last name sounds familiar, that's because his older brother, Angel, was our kicker last year. 7-0 Mount Baker, 4:48 to go in the first quarter after a very impressive first drive from the Mountaineers. Again, as a reminder, there's going to be no kickoffs in this game. Both coaches came to the agreement that, you know what, not quite worth the risk. Ball is going to be placed at the 30-yard line. Due to the limited amount of practices, limited amount of contact, it's probably a really smart idea. A lot of bad things can go wrong on a kickoff, kick return. I remember one specific game I was playing in the 7th grade for the Whatcom Warriors against Fairhaven, and I don't even remember what their mascot was. But I knocked a kid out. Bad things happen on a kickoff unless you're the guy doing the hitting. It's a balmy 40 degrees out here in Everson. Wind is luckily blowing from the southwest. The way the stadium faces is we are facing directly northeast, and when you get that Simon Fraser Valley wind coming out of Canada, guess what? For lack of a better term, it gets really cold. Nooksack's first one out onto the field. They're in their offense. 2 in the backfield. Number 2, Colton Brower down here on the near side. Here comes the snap. Looks like they got a handoff up the middle. Draw play. Whole bunch of Mount Baker kids are there. That's Scout Winter on the carry. Looks like he got about a yard. Davin Beeson on the tackle, of course. Whole host of other Mount Baker Mountaineers. One thing about these smaller schools up here in Washington is a lot of these players, they're going to play both ways. So you're going to hear a lot of the same names on defenses that you're going to hear on offense. Nooksack breaking the field, still on that same 2-back, single wide receiver split formation. Baker in a 4-4, handoff off to the side. What a great play to turn it back in by senior Killian Kronk. And guess who's there? Number 51, Davin Beeson. Also there on the play, number 2, Garrett Smith. Davin take a little breather. Senior Toby Jefferson coming into the game. What happened? 3rd and 6 for the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. We got a bunch of young starters on this defense. I can see sophomore Thayer Brown in the game, sophomore Ethan Larson at defensive end. Garrett Smith playing his traditional defensive end position. 2 wide receivers to the short side. They're going to try to run a bubble screen. Beautifully played. Oh, but he got a block. He's down the sideline. Kobe stick. Mason lowering the shoulder, bringing the lumber, but I think that's going to be a first down. Nooksack. Nice little bubble screen. Colton Brower with a catch. They're going to give him 10 yards. It's going to be a first down. 42-yard line, and Nooksack Aiden Korn coming into the ball game at defensive end. Looks like we got Phil Paez, the Whatcom County returning sack leader. He led the league in sacks last year. 10.5 sacks. That's a fantastically big number. Down here on the short side, number 3, junior Caleb Horseman. Looks like Chi-Chi's on the far side. Jesse Sandy playing the rover position. 2 in the backfield, 2 wide receivers set for Nooksack. They're going to try to run the ball. He gets turned back inside, and he got met, and he got stuck for looks like to be no gain. Jordan Silva with the ball carry. We're going to give him, let's see where they spot the ball. We're going to give him 0 yards there. Good stout run by the defense there. Mason Jacoby's out playing the safety position. We got number 88, senior Jeremiah Lee at one outside linebacker. Davin Beeson in the middle, anchoring that defense. And then right next to him is Toby Jefferson. 2-back split, 1 receiver on each side of the field for the Pioneers. 2nd down and 9. Handoff up the middle, and he's going nowhere. What a great play by the Mount Baker defense. Let's see who comes off the bottom of the pile. Toby Jefferson was there, number 21, number 73. Aiden Corning was in on the tackle. Looks like we also had number 64. Number 64. Joel Robles is in on the tackle. How comes Caleb Horseman? We got third down, 10 with 90 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Mount Baker showing some stout defense. Nooksack showing them some looks that they haven't seen on film yet. That's a Craig Bartle offense. He's gonna keep you guessing. We got 3 wide receivers on the far side, single wide receiver on the short side, 1 back in the backfield with freshman Brown. He's gonna drop back to pass, and he's gonna get under pressure. The ball is up high, and he floats it, and it's intercepted by number 5, Chichi Rodriguez. Coming down the field, he's got a couple blockers. He takes it all the way back to the 40-yard line. Interception for Chichi, and he is a ball hawk, everybody. That's his first interception of the season. Probably a ball that the freshman, well, that's a tough throw for a freshman to make. I understand why you make it, but with a defense that's as stout as Mount Baker's, you float one up like that, good things probably aren't going to happen. 50.8 seconds left to go in the first quarter here as Mount Baker takes over the ball on the Nooksack Valley 40-yard line. Let's see what Coach Lepp has in store for this Nooksack defense. Under center is Jacoby. He takes a snap, 3-step drop. He's looking to pass off the hands of Garrett Smith, incomplete. Second down and 7. Little bit of pressure from Nooksack there. Get in. Looks like someone got into Mason's face, made him float that ball a little bit. Wasn't able to follow through. Stick it. Garrett was one-on-one up there. Had a little bit of space on the defender. Would have been interesting to see him in the open field. Wing T formation with the wing on the right-hand side. Smith up on the left. Snap from Baker. Handoff to Jesse Sandy. He turns it up the field, and there goes Jesse. One little move, and we got a flag. It is a first down, and it was a gain of 26 yards, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the penalty is. Not quite sure if this is against Mount Baker or Nooksack. Hopefully it's not against the Mountaineers, because that would negate a fantastic play by Jesse Sandy. That kid is running. He's like Forrest Gump out there, but bigger. And Mount Baker's going to start marching up. Personal foul. I don't understand what that is. Can't see the gloves, but it's not a good penalty, that's for sure. That's going to negate a 20-yard gain. Probably going to be a crack block or some sort of illegal block right there. Not really a necessary play the way that Jesse Sandy's running the ball off that right side tackle. It's going to be second down and 15 for Mount Baker. I can tell Coach Lepp's not happy. I can hear him yelling up in the stands. We got 2 wide receivers, 1 down below. That's Chichi, and 1 up above. That's Garrett Smith. Mason drops back to pass. Chichi's got beat. Mason, oh! What a good play. Chichi had his man beat by 2 steps, and Mason just overthrew him by just a couple feet. What a beautiful throw by Mason, just a little bit too far from Cheech. 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Score 7-0 for the Mount Baker Mountaineers. Mason's going to wish he had that one back. Here we go. Mason taking him into the huddle. Let's see if Coach gets aggressive again or if he plays it conservative. They're in their traditional wing T formation. You know what that's probably going to mean. It starts with an R and ends with an N, and it has a U in the middle for a run. Up the middle for Toby Jefferson. No, it's a sweep to the outside to Chichi Rodriguez. Smelled out beautifully by the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. Number 2, Colton Brower stretching it out there. And that's the end of the first quarter, everybody. 7-0 Mount Baker. When we come back to the start of the second quarter, Mount Baker has got fourth and, I don't know, the entire length of Highway 9 back to Deming and go for a first down. So far, so good for Mount Baker. A couple little mental mistakes. Couple big penalty there on the Jesse Sandy 22-yard run was a killer, bringing that play back. Jesse leads the Mount Baker Mountaineers in rushing after the first quarter with 27 yards. Toby Jefferson up there with 15. Chichi Rodriguez, well, he's got negative yards. Interesting from Coach Lepp. He's thrown the ball a little more than usual. 3 passes. That's a big number for Coach Lepp. But the good thing with the Mount Baker football team this year is they are loaded with position players. They got guys that can catch and guys that can run all over the field. So it makes sense that Coach is going to want to air it out just a little bit. Looks like the punt team is coming out for Mount Baker with 4th down and, 18. Sitting, the ball is going to be snapped from the Nooksack Valley 48-yard line. This is not something you see every day. There's a lineman back there punting. That's number 73, senior Aiden Corning. He always said he liked to punt. I never actually believed him, so until now. Here's a snap, good kick, and he shanks it off the side of his foot. Uh-oh. That's not going to be good. That's going to be negative about 2 yards. Huh. That reminds me of a play when Nooksack Valley head coach Craig Bartle was a senior at Seaholm, and Berger Solberg had him punt into a 40-yard win. I think he got like a negative 6-yard punt. I think I was like 12 years old at the time. I was all excited. My brother had a negative 2-yard punt. I thought he was the greatest thing since sliced cheese. Here we go, 11:49 to go in the second quarter. We're just getting started here in this second frame with Nooksack Valley in fantastic field position due to interesting punt. But nevertheless, Nooksack takes over at the Mount Baker 47-yard line. They're going to go 2 wide receivers to the near side, single up above with 2 running backs. Here comes the snap to freshman Brown. He takes the snap, fakes it up the middle. Oh, he's going to go out the outside, and this is trouble. Great play by Caleb Horseman on the far side. Number 3 shedding his blocker, but what a great fake by the quarterback. Joey Brown, the freshman, getting outside for 12 yards. What a great play right there by the freshman. Keeping it for himself. No, they're only going to give him 8? Okay, that's time to adjust the book. 2nd down and 8 for the Mount Baker 39-yard line. Again, Coach Bartle bringing in a couple twists to this new Nooksack Valley offense. That's not something that they were prepared for or had seen in video. When Mount Baker was doing their film study, we got 2 wide receivers up above, 2 down below, single back out of shotgun formation for Brown. Here comes the snap, straight up. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but there's a penalty, and he's taken down for a loss of about 7 by number 34. We got some flags on the field. 34 was Phil Paez. Shocker. County's leading sacker from the last year is in the backfield, wreaking havoc. Nooksack's marching backwards, so it looks like we got a holding on the Pioneers. Since they don't say numbers in high school, we're gonna blame the senior, Alex Clausen, on that one. I don't really know who got the holding, but let's blame a senior. 2nd down and 13 for the Pioneers. The ball moves it back to just inside the 50-yard line. Referees are waving timeout. Not quite sure why. I don't know who the referee is this game, but he's going to go over and have a conversation with Coach Ron Lepper on the far sideline. Looks like Coach Horseman, Tom Horseman's out there, has probably some fun words for the referee. Wanted to see what he had for dinner tonight. Hopefully he's staying warm out there. You know, Horseman looking out for the refs. For those of you out in Bakerland, Coach Horseman and his wife have been doing Insanity by Coach Sean T in their off time. 3rd down and 12, and we got more whistles. Well, that's assistant coach Britt Lentz down there on Nooksack. Of course, you can always hear Britt. He's passionate as they come for the Nooksack Valley coaches. Graduate of Nooksack Valley. Fantastic standout linebacker at Eastern Washington University. I actually got to play with Britt when I walked on out at Eastern for a year. TJ Ackerman, the offensive coordinator for the Pioneers, was also out there. He was on his 27th knee surgery at the time. So he was walking around on crutches. Maybe we'll get a playoff. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit now. The clock's running with 11 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. Here we go, third down, and coaches are still chirping for Nooksack. Shotgun formation, looks like he's a fake. He's going to throw it again. He's got a man. Oh, what a good throw by the freshman. He tried to hit number 43 way out there. He had a step on Chichi, number 43. That's Dawson Kimball. The junior, he had a step on Chichi, and the freshman laid it up there. That's a pretty good throw by the freshman. A little too much juice, and he was just a little bit high. That brings up a 4th down and 12. Let's see what Nooksack Valley decides to do. They got a guy in the back. Pretty far back, looks like Nooksack's going to punt the ball. Let's see, they got number 21. That's going to be Scout Winter, a senior, back to punt. Deep for the Mount Baker Mountaineers is the ever-dangerous Jesse Sandy. There's a snap. Good snap. Little rugby-style pause. Wow, what a move. He takes it all the way, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. But my arithmetic's not too good because I'm a strength coach, and I count 25s and 45s. And if my math is correct, that was a 60-yard punt into the end zone for Nooksack. 1st down. Mount Baker takes over. 10 minutes, 48 seconds left in the second quarter. 7-0 from Sid Lambert Field in Everson, Washington. The Mount Baker offense is back out on the field. They come out, wing T formation. Uh-oh. Little technical difficulties here. And we're back. With the snap with Jacoby under center. He holds up. Jesse Sandy's only going to get about 2 yards right up the middle there. Off tackle for number 22 for the speedy sophomore. 2nd down. Oh, I want to say that name. Duke Holliapiapi. What a fun name for the freshman. Nooksack is starting a bunch of freshmen this year. Holliapiapi is one of them. That kid's going to be a load here in a few years after he hits the weight room with some proper guidance. Mason Jacoby under center. Another run to Jesse Sandy off the tackle. He turns it up inside for a good 6-7 yards for the junior, number 22. Looks like they're going to give him only about 4 or 5. Liam Coppinger in on the tackle along with Luke Dykstra. That's going to bring up 3rd down for the Mountaineers. Short, 4 yards to go. Jacoby, traditional Ron Lepper offense. Quarterback runs to the sideline, gets the play, runs back to the huddle, and delivers the play. Wing T formation with the wing to the far side. That's the quarterback's right side with Garrett Smith down below. Nooksack's possibly showing blitz, and they're going to pass. Mason Jacoby has Garrett Smith wide open. And it's a complete catch, a little bobble from Garrett Smith, but that's a bomb play, taking it all the way down to the Nooksack Valley 40-yard line. That's going to be a completion of over 40 yards. Great play that Coach Ron Leopard dialed up. Garrett Smith had his man beat by at least 2 to 3 steps. The ball is going to float a little bit in this wind, everybody. Jacoby trying to throw into a wind as we're going right to left on your TV screen, your computer screen, your phone screen, your tablet. Jacoby under center in the wing T formation. He's going to hand it off to Jesse Sandy. Off tackle, trugging away. Typical Mount Baker running back. They're just going to pound you and pound you and pound you. until you don't want to get hit anymore. That's a first down carry of 4 yards for Jesse Sandy. That's going to bring up second down and 6. Looks like all that time Sandy spent in the weight room with the world's greatest high school strength coach, Chris Bartle, is starting to pay off. Second down. 8 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Mason brings them up to the line. 2 wide receiver splits this time, with each split out down to the left-hand side. Fake. Pass play to Jesse Sandy out into the field. That's going to be a first down pass. What a great solo tackle there by number 2, Colton Brower of Nooksack. But that's going to be a first down pass play for Mason Jacoby. I don't even have Jesse Sandy down in my receiving yards. I didn't think he was going to catch the ball. Holy cow. We'll give him, I don't know. Let's give him 18 yards. That's probably going to be wrong. Here we go. First down coming up into the red zone for the Mount Baker Mountaineers. Ball is on the 25-yard line of the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. Mason breaks the huddle again in a 2 wide receivers formation. Chichi in the slot, Garrett down below. Toby Jefferson at fullback, Jesse at halfback. Speaking of Toby Jefferson, we're going to go up the middle for little to no gain. I got to give a shout out right now to Nooksack Valley number 84, but I don't have an 84 on here because he tried to tackle Jesse Sandy on the fake, and, well, that didn't work out too well for him. 1 yard play for Toby Jefferson, the senior, 1,100-yard rusher. Shocker, Ron Lepper has another 1,000-yard rusher. Uh-oh, I don't know. I'm not plugged in. Oh, crap, we just lost everything.
Jesse Sandy with the carry. With the tackle, number 43, Dawson Kimball.
Sorry about that, everybody. We had a little technical difficulty. We lost power. Didn't miss much. Third down and 10 for Mount Baker. Sorry for that, everybody. Wing formation. Third down. Mason dropping back to pass, rolling out to the left. He's got Chichi open. Oh, there's some pass interference. What a catch by Chichi. Coming back. Oh, they're going to say no catch. Not a very good throw by Mason, but Aiden was able to make a play on the ball, somehow make a catch and come down with it. But it's going to be incomplete. Fourth down, and looks like Coach Lepp's going to go for it. I love it. Ball's on the 25 of Nooksack Valley. This is going to be huge for the Pioneers if they can get a stop and keep Mount Baker from getting a first down. Senior Mason Jacoby taking him out of the huddle. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the half. Wing T formation. Let's see what Coach Lepp's going to dial up. I bet you he runs something like, oh, I don't know, 44 Ram. Crisscross with Chichi. Oh, and he plants. Oh, he gets it. It's gonna be short of a first down. Ron Lepper running a little bit of trickeration right there, running the crisscross. Decent play. Chichi had a step, made a cut, dropped the ball, and was not able to get a first down. So that's going to be a turnover for the Mount Baker Mountaineers. They go out in downs. Nooksack Valley gets the ball back. 5 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the first half. Up 7-0. Nooksack's playing tough. Bunch of young kids playing for a new coach. They're fighting tooth and nail against the Mount Baker Mountaineers. Number 67, Ethan Larson at defensive end. Looks like Joel Robles, Phil Paez on the inside. They got to run up the middle. Toby Jefferson filling the hole with a great tackle. Looks like they got a gain of about 2-3 yards for Scout Winter. Senior running back for Nooksack Valley. They gave him 3 yards on the play, so we got 2nd down and 7. That Mount Baker defensive line, pretty young. Thayer Brown is in the game, number 64, a defensive tackle next to Ethan Larson here on the short side. 4 wide receivers split. Oh, they're going to run a screen. There comes Davin Beeson, and Davin Beeson with the tackle. Was out there joined by Jeremiah Lee for a gain of about 4, it looks like, from our vantage point. It looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Was out there joined by Jeremiah Lee for a gain of about 4, it looks like, from our vantage point. 3rd down and 3. Bear with us, everybody. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Trips to the near side. Single wide receiver up above. Brown and the quarterback in the shotgun formation. The freshman taking the snap. Looks like he's going to hand it off the left-hand side. Great tackle out there by number 21, Toby Jefferson, making another play, but that's going to be enough for a Nooksack Valley first down. Clock's running. Just over 4 minutes left to go in the half. Number 20, Willem Maloli making his first appearance in the game. Back at safety, he's giving Mason Jacoby a little bit of a breather. Phil Paez in his traditional half-kneeling position down there on the line. Brown taking out a shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Solo running back. Oh, little bobble on the shotgun snap. He's going to take it and hold it. Probably not the best idea, as there comes the Mount Baker defense. A little bit of a bobble cost the freshman. Looks like he had someone on the far side open. Wasn't quite able to get it up there. Let's see if they give him what they give him for yardage there. Yard sticker, yard markers aren't moving too much. Number 74, freshman Jesse Harwood coming into the game for Mount Baker. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Pioneers. Number 33, Logan Steves in the game at defensive end now too. Leps moving in some of his younger guys, giving some people a chance. Run off to the right side. Couple moves by number 4, look like, for the Pioneers. Again, that's going to be Jordan Silva shaking and baking his way for a small gain of about 3 yards. Jesse Sandy on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for the Pioneers with 2 minutes, 36 seconds to go in this first half. Entertaining half so far. Coach Bartle definitely has his Pioneers ready to play. Outmanned, but they are definitely putting up a fight. 2 people in the backfield, 2 wide receivers out to the near side. Brown takes the snap, step back quick with a throw. Bobbled by number 43 for the Pioneers. That's going to be Dawson Kimball. He got kind of crunched by Chichi Rodriguez. Number 2, Garrett Smith, I think, was out there. 4th down, 4. Let's see what Coach Bartle decides to do here. They're going to be in punt formation. That play had a chance. This is a formation where it looks like Nooksack could run a fake. I wouldn't put it past my brother. That Sharcy. Oh, he bumbles the snap, and he doesn't have to punt it. He definitely didn't get the 60-yard punt he got last time. Ball's going to come down and jump backwards, and it's going to roll to a stop at the Mount Baker 47-yard line. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Mount Baker gets the ball back. Let's see if they can put some points on the board going into halftime. Baker just having a little problems trying to find the consistency right now. They moving the ball fairly well, running off tackle with Jesse Sandy. Tried to make some big plays happen in the passing game. Missed a couple passes deep. 2 people in the backfield, 2 wide receivers out, 1 on each side. Jacoby under center. Hand off to Jesse Sandy right up the middle. He didn't go anywhere. I tell you what, That looked like it was made by number 55, Nick Dykstra, the junior. I was just trying to say Holly Apia.
Jesse Sandy, and he beats number 55, Nick Dykstra.
Second down, 10 for the Mount Baker Mountaineers. Wing T formation, wing off onto the right-hand side. Jesse Sandy at tailback. Toby Jefferson at fullback. They're going to drop back into pass formation. Mason lets it go again. He's gone. No one's going to catch it. Touchdown, Mount Baker. 5 yards for a touchdown. Jacoby to Chichi Rodriguez. He had him beat by a step, and Mason laid it out perfect. You couldn't have thrown a better pass. Hit him in stride, and you're not going to catch Cheech when he gets 2 steps on you. Taking it to the house, touchdown Baker, with 1 minute 16 seconds left to go in the first half. What a play by the Mountaineers. Taking it to the house, touchdown Baker, with 1 minute 16 seconds left to go in the first half. Zavala back to kick the extra point. Mason Jacoby on the hold. Jordan Hughes, number 55, with a throwback neck roll. My guy, I love it. Oh, well, there's probably going to be some penalties there. A bunch of people moved. Guys, I already moved into my new house. I don't need help moving. That's going to move the ball back 5 yards. Rain's starting to come. Rain's been on and off throughout this game. Sometimes it's coming down, sometimes it's not. Coming down at an angle of about 3.467 degrees, which means its wind has subsided just a little bit. But old Glory is off in the background, and she's still blowing ever beautifully as she is. Zavala for the kick. Jacoby with the hold. With the snap. One punt, one step, and it's through the uprights, and we got it. Good kick. That takes the score to 14-0. Visitors, the Mount Baker Mountaineers, up on the Nooksack Valley Pioneers with 1 minute 16 seconds to go into the first half. My name is Chris Bartle. 6 feet, 1 inch away from me, maintaining social distancing, is Matt Maloli running the camera. Take this time to talk about our sponsors. Oh, wait, we don't have any. Our sponsors are Matt and I, paying for this out of our own pocket. So we hope you folks are enjoying this broadcast, the first ever live football broadcast of Mount Baker football in the history of the high school. And I know the history because guess what? My dad was an alumni. If you guys like what you see and you want to help Matt and I out, we would love any donations you want to give to us. Costs us some money and some time to put this production together for you. So if you guys want to help out, we love doing this. We love Mount Baker. We love Mount Baker football, and we are just here to help you guys enjoy this football game and enjoy this unique season that we have in front of us, a 5-game season, shortened due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But guess what, guys? We got football in the Pacific Northwest. Brown, the freshman, shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers. He takes a snap, handoff, little bubble, but he got hit right away. I think that was Phil Paez back there. Thayer Brown coming off the pile. Attaboy, Thayer Brown. Nooksack's going to run a quick offense now. Under a minute left to go. Brown back in shotgun, 4 wide receiver set, one person in the backfield. Snap. He's looking deep. Look over the middle. He throws it to David Beeson. David with the run. He's going outside, and he's going to be tackled at the 16-yard line with 40 seconds. Hey, Nooksack's off the clock. Thank you. Interception for Davin Beeson, his first of the year. He was sitting right there in the middle, eye in the eyes of the quarterback, the freshman Brown. He read that all the way. Mount Baker back on the offensive. They get the ball, it looks like the 17-yard line of the Pioneers just before halftime, 38 seconds. He read that all the way. Mount Baker back on the offensive. They get the ball. Freshman's going to learn from that mistake. That's undoubtable. Mount Baker breaking the huddle. Chichi Rodriguez on the far side. Garrett Smith on the near side. 2 running backs in the back. Pump fake from Jacoby. He throws it up. Not a very good throw at all. Short of Garrett Smith in the end zone. 32 seconds left to go. Throwing into the wind. So You try to loft one of balls up here out in the Pacific Northwest, that's not going to be, let's just say that's going to be a challenging throw to make for any quarterback, even those highly touted quarterbacks out of Seattle. 2nd and 10, Mountaineers. Jacoby running back towards the huddle. 32.7 seconds left to go in the first half. Let's see what Coach Lepp has dialed up. I see both wide receivers going to the far side of the field. Garrett Smith way out there. Chichi in the slot. Jefferson at the fullback. Sandy at the tailback. Jacoby under center. Takes the snap. He's going to roll. He better throw it. He's got pressure. He better throw it. He's holding. He's holding. That's not a good play by the quarterback as he gets taken down by Nooksack Valley's number 55. That's Nick Dykstra wreaking havoc coming off that defensive end. Looks like we got a timeout, Mount Baker. It's a great play by the defensive end, Dykstra. Loss of 4. That's just a hustle play right there by the defensive end. He came around that corner. He had Jacoby in his sights. Great coverage by the Pioneers in the back end, but Jacoby had to hold the ball for longer than he wanted to as Smith and Rodriguez were trying to get open, but the defensive backs just had the coverage. There was nowhere to throw. Mason held on to it a little too long, and Dykstra came from the backside making a fantastic play to sack the quarterback for a loss of 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 14 with 22.6 seconds left to go into the first half. Been an entertaining first half. Baker with the ball. I'm sure Coach Lepp had some very pleasant things to say to them for these last 22.6 seconds left to go into the first half. 2 wide receivers out. Chichi in the slot. Garrett Smith split out wide on the near side. Jacoby under center. Takes the snap. Sprints it out. Jesse Sandy, if he gets the corner, he's going to score a touchdown. With a leap, and down he goes. Timeout called. Looks like to be about 12 yards on the play. What a great little play right there to Jesse outside. He's going to be a little short. Timeout, Mount Baker. 4th down. 7 yards to go, 13.4 seconds. Last time we got down here, Mount Baker scored a touchdown. Let's see if the Mount Baker or the Nooksack Valley Pioneer defense can hold. This would be a monumental stop going into halftime after the interception by freshman Joey Brown to Davin Beeson, and Davin taking it down inside the 20-yard line in the red zone. Nooksack Valley is going to get the ball to start the second half, so if they can get a stop here, they get some momentum going into halftime, coming out, getting the ball. Coach Lepp talking to the Mountaineers in the huddle, coming up with a plan. How do you get 7 yards on a defense that's playing outstanding for the Pioneers? They got some freshmen on that defensive line that are just hanging tough with the big boys from Baker. Valley breaks the huddle. They're back out onto the field. Nooksack takes the huddle. Coach Lepp sauntering over to the sidelines. Here we go. 4th down and 7. Jacoby under center. He's going back to pass. He's got somebody wide open in the corner. Is that a catch? Oh, my goodness. That's a catch for a touchdown. Chichi Rodriguez. I'm just going to call him Sticky Fingers Rodriguez from here on out. What a pass by Mason Jacoby. 14 yards for the touchdown. That's 14 yards straight up and down the field. Mason had to throw that ball 40 yards at least across the field into the corner, and Rodriguez pulls it in for a touchdown. Wow, what a play by the Mountaineers. 5.1 seconds left to go in this first half. What a throw by the senior quarterback. That's going to look good on film for the scouts. And that's, everybody, part of the reason why we did this is the kick is up and good by Zavala. Oh, no good from Zavala. Kick is no good, so we're stuck at 20-0 with 5.1 seconds left to go. Again, there's going to be no kickoff or kick return here, so let's see what Coach Bartle has the Pioneers do. Are they going to take a knee? Are they going to run a play? We'll see. for a lot of these seniors, this 5 games is all about getting film. Without a full season, a full recruiting season, heck, even some of these juniors without getting a full season, getting plays in, getting some film so they can get it out on their huddle profiles so the recruiters can see what they do in game time situation. This is going to be big for a lot of these kids, especially those seniors. I know Mason Jacoby is looking to play at the next level. He's had some interest from some schools, so he needs to get some snaps, and so far so good as he's got 3 touchdowns already, or 2 touchdowns already on the day with some amazing passes. He's thrown for over 100 yards. I stopped keeping track because I'm a single-minded person, and trying to keep track of all this stuff is just too hard. Nooksack Valley taking a knee, and they're just going to go into halftime right now, everybody. Here we go, and there's the horn, 20-0 at halftime. Mount Baker over the Nooksack Pioneers. What a first half by the Mountaineers, as the coaching staff's giving me some thumbs up. I'm going to take a little break because I'm tired of talking. I'll be back in just a few short minutes. Stay tuned, everybody. We got a second half that I promise you is going to be entertaining. just for people saying that it was too quiet and that we're bringing you the worst halftime show in the history of football. Apparently, all you people out in Deming didn't watch the Super Bowl this year. So enjoy the purple of the Nooksack Valley logo in center field as the rain's starting to come down harder here out in Everson at Sid Lambert Field on the campus of the Nooksack Valley High School. What an entertaining first half. I tell you what, he might be my brother, but man, he had his team playing extremely well. I can't even be upset. He had his kids locked and loaded, ready to play. A bunch of young freshmen. I think he started 4 freshmen on the offense, couple on the defense, and they came out and they're ready to play. Freshman quarterback Joey Brown made a couple mistakes, throwing 2 interceptions in the game. But that's what a freshman's going to do in his first start against the Mountaineers. It's not like it's the easiest game in the world to come in and get your first start. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman, a sophomore, junior, or a senior. Playing a Ron Lepper team, you know that you're going to get punched. You're going to get punched in the face over and over and over again. And speaking of which, let's hear from Coach Ron Lepper as I was able to sit down with Coach and talk about the upcoming season and all the trials and tribulations that we had to go through just to be able to get a game.
All right, I'm here with Mount Baker football head coach Ron Lepper. Coach, it's been one heck of a year, man. Tell me about the emotions that you were feeling when you finally got the call that you were able to play a football game.
Matt.
I had some tears trying to hold back just because I didn't know what I was going to tell the kids if it didn't work. Like, if we got the news that we weren't going to go to phase 2, I didn't want to have that conversation, and so I think it's just, we'll try to be as positive as possible, through this whole thing, knowing that we're, deep down believing we're going to get a chance, but you never know. And so I remember I got a couple emails, hey, we're going to phase 2, and I didn't believe anybody. Somebody said, oh, hey, it's on the Bellingham Herald. I said, I can't trust the Bellingham Herald. But eventually it happened, and so it was great. The kids' response was awesome, and then the weekend was just, I think, just kind of pitching myself to make sure that now get into game mode, which feels.
Oops, technical difficulties. That was an interview that I did with Coach Ron Lepper. Let's see if I didn't mean to delete that silly cell phone. Let's try this again.
Feels awesome.
You got a bunch of really good senior leaderships coming back this year. Tell me about how important it is having those guys here, because you do have a lot of young kids on this roster as well.
Well, leadership is important in anything you have, and we're fortunate to have some seniors that have produced and been there for us. I believe all the seniors that we have been with us for 4 years, and that's just stuff you have. And we have some great junior leadership too, but that's really important because they, But the problem is you got to get them back into that expectation. I was on a meeting today with ADs around the state, and one of the ADs brought out that it's been over 465 days since we played football, and that's a long time. So so you got to get it back into that. So it's a little rough around the edges, but they're starting to come around. In with our expectations, what we expect in our program, and that's carried on. And so we've been fortunate. We've had some success, for a little bit, and we just got to remind the guys that's not. You still got to go earn it. I mean, that's we've got that because guys in front of you have done this. Now it's your turn to keep pushing that on. And I think the senior group has done that. Even though we've been restricted in a lot of ways, a lot of guys found a way to to still make things happen. They go to camps, play some 7-on-7. Guys coming in the weight room. Luckily we've been able to have that open for a long time. It sucked when it got closed down after Thanksgiving time, but kids back in there again. I just show some of that dedication. We got guys coming in the morning before school to get back into that routine.
Now, this is a much different season with only 5 games, so there's not going to be a postseason or a state title to go for. What's the big message to keep the kids motivated for just a short season?
Well, we get play. I mean, the alternative, we don't get to play anything. To me, one game is better than no game. I mean, I remember last fall when we had our practices and we were going over the lights, and the last practice, I brought the seniors over and said, listen, if we don't get to go, at least we're going to end up being on our field at night under the lights with a practice there, and so that's really important to us. We're in the works of actually trying to pick up a game for our bye week, and so hopefully we get 6, and we probably would have got 7 in, but we kind of got a little behind the 8 ball with moving the target there. But again, I think these guys just want to play and go out and say, hey, we got how many games, let's get the best we can, and let's use that, and we can walk away and feel good about that.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
So that was an interview I did with head coach Ron Lepper earlier in the week, talking about the season and how he was able to maintain the ship during the COVID lockdown and keeping the kids engaged. And I want to give a special thank you to Coach Lepp and our superintendent Mary Seawright and everybody in the background at the Mount Baker School District for giving these kids an opportunity to get back in the weight room and do some sort of activities during the summer. As the head strength coach in charge out there, to see the smiles on the kids' faces this summer when they were able to come back in the weight room and do something was one of the greatest gifts that anybody has ever given to me. And so I want to thank Ms. Seawright and thank Coach Lepp for keeping the kids' best interests in mind, because it was a struggle for a lot of these kids. It was a struggle for people all over the world. They had, we had everything kind of flipped upside down on us. But as adults, we've had a few more decades of mistakes and experience behind us, and these kids just don't have that. And a lot of these kids were struggling with what to do. And in a society that's instant gratification and social media based, the social aspect of being a teenager is never more important, as what we saw this summer. Next up, I got to sit down and interview my brother. That was pretty interesting. He came over this morning. We were able to sit down and have a cup of coffee. And I didn't record the whole conversation because he's my brother and you don't have to hear the whole conversation. But here's a brief little interview with the stuff that I did record with second-time head coach of the Nooksack Valley Pioneers, Craig Bartle.
Okay, here I am with new Nooksack Valley head coach Craig Bartle. Craig, it's been 21 years since you've been the head coach at Nooksack. Tell me about your emotions and feelings as you go to take your first game.
I don't know if it's really emotions or feelings. It's just good to be back out there. It's good to be with the kids. I've been out there for 2 years as an assistant, so I know the kids, and it's just fun to be out and hoping to have the kids play hard and change the culture a little bit, get a little bit different attitude.
Now, you lost quite a few upperclassmen to graduations and some key positions, and you were just mentioning changing the culture. What are your expectations for your team in such a short 5-game season?
We've really talked about focusing on ourselves. We don't care what really the other teams are doing, and we just try to get better ourselves. We're together as a family. We pick each other up, and kind of like Nick Saban, that's our focus. Just take care of ourselves and let everything else work itself out.
There's been a lot of changes in the Northwest Conference over the time that you've been gone, but one thing that hasn't changed is Ron Lepper is still at Mount Baker. Now, I know you guys are pretty good friends. What's it like going up against Ron?
Well, Ron is arguably a Hall of Fame coach, and he's a great guy. When I first started coaching, he was one of those guys that kind of helped mentor me through, 20 plus years ago. His teams are going to be tough. They're going to work hard. I love listening to him from across the sidelines, yelling and screaming. And we just have a good mutual respect for each other, and it's always fun to go against him.
With so many young players coming up, who should the people in Deming keep their eye on as your new up-and-coming studs for your football program?
Well, I think that's to be determined. We have a lot of young kids that are stepping up and working hard. I don't know that we can single out one. We're going to play as a team, and we'll have some of these young guys step up. But we have a good group of seniors that we're going to honor tonight, and hopefully, we can just play together as a team and get better.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
That was Nooksack Valley head coach Craig Bartle. Teams are back out on the field for their second half warm-ups with the clock running down. It's showing 1 minute 30 seconds before we start the second half. Who we got in the middle of the Mount Baker Circle? You got senior Aiden Corning, senior Jeremiah Lee out there getting everybody fired up to come out in the second half. Wind has just started to pick up a little bit. The rain's still coming down. This is what you get when you try to play football in the Pacific Northwest in February. It's cold, it's windy, it's rainy. But if you ski or snowboard, then guess what? This is awesome weather. I want to give a special shout out to the Mount Baker cheerleaders. They're out here braving the weather, standing out in the wind, in the rain, cheering on their Mount Baker teammates, even though our fans can't be here. And looks like there's only some about 20 or 30 Nooksack Valley parents, and they do have a couple students here. Pretty empty stands. If you come to a game of this magnitude in the fall, these stands are going to be packed with people. Oh, what happened?
I touched it. Sorry.
I don't know what happened to it. What?
No. You played stream clear second.
Oops. Oh, motherfucker, don't do this now. Oops. It's inevitable, everybody. I'm sorry about that. Little technical difficulties, and I thought I was muted and I wasn't. Well, looks like I'm going to get in trouble for that one. Oops. Sorry, Baker family. He didn't miss much. He missed an overthrow from Mason Jacoby, but there was a penalty on the flag or on the play. Still first down though. Wide receiver split out left and right. Mason under center. Hands the ball off to Jesse Sandy. Up the middle. Running hard as usual. 7 yards. Good first down run by Sandy. They're going to give him about 7 on the first down play. Oh, man. Wing T formation for the Mountaineers. 2nd down and 3. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Fumble. Fumblerooski. Fumbleaya. Covered by Jacoby. The rain's going to do that. Got to make the ball hard to hold in this second half. Time to grab a towel. 3rd down and 3.
The ball is fumbled on the snap. Number 4, Mason Jacoby.
Third down, 3 to go for the Mountaineers. Oh, technical difficulties will make me say things I'm not supposed to say. Twist to the handoff with Toby Jefferson. Nope, I got faked out. Holy cow.
Mason Jacoby with the keeper.
Mason Jacoby with the keeper. First down, Baker. Looks like they're going to spot him, give him the first down. Toby, if he hands that ball off to Toby, Toby's still running his way up to Canada. They're going to give him the first down. They're moving the chains. First down run by Mason. Hopefully someone can send a text message to Coach Lepp and say run that play again, but hand it off to Toby. Appreciate all the kind words, everybody, on the little blip of the radar screen language. I'm really sorry about that. There, they hand it off to Toby up the middle, but that's not really going anywhere. But after hundreds of reps on the prowler, Toby keeps his feet moving. That's what a good strength coach does. Gets those legs nice and strong, keeps them churning. Toby gets 4 yards on a first down carry. Second down and 6. Baker's coming up onto the 50-yard marker. The ball's currently on their own 44-yard line. Taking their time, running the ball, chewing up some clock, trying to get those big defensive linemen that Nooksack Valley has out there worn down a little bit. 9:32 left to go in the third quarter. Mason dropping back to pass. He's going to go deep because he's got Garrett Smith. Oh, and he overthrows him just barely. Woo! What a great throw by Mason. Just barely overthrowing Garrett Smith, who had a step on Brower. He had just another 2 inches of air under that. Garrett is checking in at the Sumas border right now, trying to get across to go grab a sandwich. Instead, the ball falls incomplete. Third down and 6. That's right, Carl. I was yelling to those mothers and fathers who couldn't be here tonight. Wish you guys were here. That way you couldn't have heard that word. Third down and 6. Handoff up the middle to Jesse Sandy. This is dangerous. He gets upended at the Nooksack 48-yard lines, but that's going to be a first down, Mount Baker. Another 8 yards for Sandy. If I was actually keeping track, Sandy's probably getting close to that 100-yard mark. But as a rookie commentator, my first time, my squirrel mentality will not allow me to track stats, look at numbers of the opposing players, and call the game at the same time. Maybe after a couple decades, I'll get good at this. Jacoby under center on the first down. He's going to drop back to pass. Quick little pass to Cheech, but he's down. Yeah, get off there, kid. First down pass is good for 5 yards. Yep, 5-yard pass. Good for shortening the field just a little bit. It's now second down, Mount Baker.
Second and 6.
That was number 22, Joel Diaz, a senior that was there, saying hi to Chichi. Probably asked him how he got his nickname. Jacoby coming back into the huddle. Chichi gets a breather. Davin Beeson walks the offensive line up. Down to take the snap. Caleb Horseman in at wingback, spelling Chichi. You still got Jefferson and Sandy in the backfield. Mason with the handoff up the gut. Jesse Sandy putting his head down and just running for another 4 or 5 yards. That's going to be close to a first down. Short of the first down, though. It's going to be third down and looks like about 2 yards for the Mountaineers. Ball is at the Nooksack Valley 40-yard line with 7:44 to go. In the third quarter, Mount Baker up 20-0 over the Pioneers. Jacoby breaks the huddle. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Horseman in the slot. Smith on the line. Sandy and Jefferson in the backfield. Jacoby under center with the snap. Quick drawback. Quick play. Bubble screen out to Horseman, but there's flags on the play. That means movement on the offensive line. We're going to back him up 5 yards. False start. Let's see. Who should we pick on for that? Let's pick on Corning. He's a senior. Why not? As they march him back 5 yards, that's going to make it a third down and 7. A little bit harder to get than a third down and 2. Still a manageable third down for the weapons that the Mount Baker offense has. Jacoby running the play in from the sideline. If you're going to play quarterback for Mount Baker, you better be in good cardiovascular shape, because not only do you got to run the plays, but Lepper's going to run you into the ground, running back and forth, calling the plays. Horseman Near sideline in the slot. Smith way up top. Nooksack showing blitz, picked up. Toby Jefferson on the draw, and that's a first down. And he's just running, and he took someone for a run. That's number 21, Scout Winter. They got dragged for a few yards as Jefferson runs for about 15, 16 yards for a Mount Baker first down. Clock still running, just over 7 minutes to go. We're over halfway, well, almost 5 minutes into this third quarter. 31-yard line of the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. Good time for a draw right there by Coach Lepp. Throwing some bombs, getting them thinking pass, run a draw play, hoping someone can pop one, and Toby pops it. Chichi back in on the slot. I don't know where the ball is. Mason's throwing it. He's going to go deep. That's trouble. Oh, and Chichi somehow caught that. Nope. That's a dangerous throw into double coverage. Throw to Chichi Rodriguez. Incomplete. Him and Garrett Smith kind of in the same neighborhood. Wind died down a little bit. Angle of the little sprinkles coming down only at about 1.67 degrees. Jacoby coming into the huddle to call the play. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line of Nooksack Valley. Beeson breaks the huddle, taking everybody up to the line. Joel Robles, Wyatt Thomas in on the line on this near side. Jacoby dropping back. Blitz picked up. Drops it down to Jesse Sandy. That's going to be close to a first down. Mason going through his progressions nicely. The offensive line picking up the blitz. It's going to be close. Looks like where the far referee is spotting. Oh, we're going to be 2nd down and maybe a 3rd down and maybe a football length away. Well, they're calling it 3rd and 1, but a lot closer than 1 yard. Jacoby coming back into the huddle. Nooksack starting to get their hands on their hips. That's never a good sign. Ethan Larson at guard on the far side, playing next to the senior, Aiden Corning. Jacoby under center. What's he going to do? Draw play. He's following Davin Beeson right up the middle. He's going to lower his shoulder into Scout Winter, and that's going to be a first down for the Mountaineers. When you're a 6'4", program says Mason's 205 pounds. If Mason's 205 pounds, I have a six-pack abs, and I'm going to be on the cover of Men's Health magazine next month. Mason's not 205, I know that. But no better offensive lineman to follow than the junior, Davin Beeson, a 6'1", 225-pound, preseason second-team All-State linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the state. Wing T formation, Chichi on this close to the stands here next to us. Handoff up the middle. Toby Jefferson's going to score a touchdown. The senior taking it to the house, 17 yards, touchdown Baker. He found a crease and he took it to the house. The senior going to Party Town in the end zone. 5 minutes, 9 seconds left in the third quarter. The score is now 26-0 Mountaineers. What a run. What a drive by the Mountaineers. Christian Zavala there to kick, Jacoby to hold. Oh, bobble. We got a fake one. Uh-oh. And he throws it. Oh, almost completed the pass to number 88, the senior Jeremiah Lee. I'm not sure if Mason's a duck hunter because he just threw a quacker. So the extra point is incomplete. 26-0 is the score. 5 minutes, 9 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Baker with an authoritative drive there to start the second half, marching all the way down the field. You Deming folk are coming in with some classic comments. I tell you, I'm so glad I enabled the live chat for this. Nooksack coming out with the ball on the 30-yard line. Again, well, there's no kickoff or kickoff returns in this game. Coach Lepp, Coach Bartle had a conversation earlier in the week, and they decided this would be in the best interest of both teams due to the shortened amount of practices that both teams have coming into this shortened season. Freshman quarterback Brown in the shotgun sends someone in motion. They got trips down below, but he's going to hand it off to the senior scout winner. He got met by Jeremiah Lee, and that's number 67, Ethan Larson, the sophomore, making the tackle. Short gain for Nooksack Valley. Looks like they gave him about 3 yards. Going to be second down and 7.
Jeremiah Lee. Gain of 3 on the play. Second and 7.
Joey Brown, 6'2", 165-pound freshman, getting the start at quarterback for the Pioneers. Looking pretty good. He's made a couple freshman mistakes, and that's okay. 2 wide receivers split out, 2 in the backfield. Shotgun snap, throws it out for a screen, and what a play by Caleb Horseman. Shedding the block, making the tackle. That's a fantastic play by Chicken Hawk.
Joey Brown's pass is complete to number 2, Colton Brower. He's tackled by number 3.
That's going to bring it third down. They're going to not give him any yards. Well, they're going to give him 2. It's a generous 2 yards. Third down and 5. What a play by Caleb, getting his first start at cornerback. Here comes Logan Steves into the game, replacing Aiden Corning. Logan coming in. This is his first season playing defensive end. Let's keep an eye on him as someone to watch for the future. Running back on the offense, so he's got some speed, likes to put his head down, likes to make contact. So look for him to hopefully wreak some havoc on in that backfield. Trips to the far side, solo wide receiver on the near side, and we have a delay of game by the offense. I didn't even know we were running a play clock. Coach Bartle's asking the same thing. He's like, excuse me, sir, I don't see a play clock. Getting a little clarification for the referee on how that's possible, but either way, they're going to run the same play. Trips to the far side, receiver on this near side, 1 running back for Brown in the shotgun formation. Here comes the snap. Snap taken, good snap. He's dropping back. He's going to air it out, but that's probably not a good decision either. Off the helmet, unbelievable. Off the helmet of Aiden Rodriguez, right into the hands of Scout Wintern for a monstrous gain for the Pioneers.
Joey Brown is complete to number 21, Scout Winner.
I guess you could say that Chichi used his head on that one, but not in a good way, as the ball bounced off his helmet, straight up into the air, right into the hands of Scout Winner for a huge gain, and boy, did Nooksack Valley needed that. Beautiful ball, though, by the freshman. He laid it up there, gave his wide receiver a chance. That's all you can ask from the freshman. Throw it up, give your guys a chance. Chi-Chi's just a shade under 6 feet tall. 2 wide receivers to the short side, 2 on the far side. Back in the 80s, the Houston Oilers called that a run and shoot. What a play by Caleb. We need to learn how to tackle. 4 broken tackles by number 2, Colton Brower, who's running his mouth a little bit after the game. After that gain, Ethan Larson on the tackle. Considering the score is 26-0, I don't understand why he's talking trash, but hey, this is high school football. Second down and 3. Nooksack riding a little wave of momentum off the play. You got 3 wide receivers up top, trips formation. Brown, can't quite decide what to do, so he's gonna make a run for it. And there's number 9 for the Mountaineers. Marcus George, the sophomore, making the tackle. Out there with, let's see who else is out there. Number 34, that's Phil Paez. What a great play by the sophomore, Marcus George. 66, Joel Robles coming back into the game, taking out Phil. Looks like Coach Lepp's getting some of his younger players some reps here with Minute 23 and counting left in the third quarter. Mount Baker up 26-0. Nooksack Valley going into the huddle. Freshman quarterback Joey Brown leading the Pioneers down the field. 3rd down and 3. Shotgun formation again. Trips wide receivers to the far side. Let's see what Coach Bartle dials up on 3rd down. Motion the running back onto a swing route. He's going to go deep. And that's going to be intercepted by Horseman. And you're going to get a taunting penalty. The interception by Horseman, and he started chirping, and they're right in front of the referee. That's not going to go very well. He and the senior Colton Brower have been going jawing at each other a little bit. I know the reason why, but I'm not going to talk about it on the radio or the live stream. Caleb's got to learn that it's not the first person that starts it, but it's the second one that's going to get caught. And Coach Lepp is giving him that look. If you've ever played for Coach Lepp before, you know what that look is, and Caleb's getting it, and he's getting an earful of it as well. That's the 3rd interception for Brown on the day. It puts the ball at the Nooksacks, or the Mount Baker something or other. They still haven't marched off the penalty yet. It's supposed to be a 15-yard penalty, but since the interception happened down on the 10-yard line, it should be half the distance to the goal, so that puts the ball at the 5-yard line. Caleb taking some time for himself out there, gathering himself. He's obviously not very happy with himself, but he made a heck of a play on the interception, and he gave his team the ball back with 53.5 seconds left in the third quarter as Jacoby takes the ball from underneath the center. Going to be a run play right up the middle, and I think that was Toby Jefferson. He's going to get a couple. About 5 yards on the first down carry for Toby. The clock is just going to spin. I think Mount Baker's going to try and get one more play in before we go to the fourth quarter. Jacoby, little pep in a step, coming in from the sideline. Going to try to get this play off. 24 seconds and counting. We're under 20 seconds. Let's see if Mason can get this play off. They get one more play in the third quarter before we flip the field. 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. He gets the play off. Draw play. Nope. Oh, it spins it. What a bad play. Tried to spin out of the ball. He fumbles. Nooksack recovers on the Mount Baker 1-yard line. That's not a good play. Ball just slipped out of his hands. From my vantage point, it looked like he recovered it into the end zone, but the referee was right there. Hey, referee, you got your mask off. That violates the state mandate. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to give him the ball at the 1-yard line. That's right, the referee. If Coach Bartle had a challenge flag, he would throw it right now. But Nooksack gets the ball on the half-yard line of the Mountaineers, and they got some work to do now, folks. 1.2 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Again, football in the Pacific Northwest in the winter, the ball is going to be slippery. Your hands are going to be wet, just a little hard to hold on to that sucker. Shotgun formation. Brown takes the snap, hand off to Winter, straight up the middle. He gets, looks like he gets stopped short. Yeah, they're going to mark him down short of the end zone. It's going to be 2nd down. Jeremiah Lee with a fantastic tackle to keep him out of the end zone. As we go into the fourth quarter, score from Sid Labor Field is Mount Baker 26, Nooksack 0, but Nooksack knocking on the door after an interception by Caleb Horseman, but a unsportsmanlike conduct backed the Mountaineers up, and Mason Jacoby fumbles, and Nooksack recovered on the 1-yard line. We got quite the fourth quarter coming up. That's the first turnover of the day for Mount Baker. I know Coach Lepp's not going to be happy about that. Jacoby was under an insane amount of pressure as he spun out to try to drop back to throw a pass. He had somebody in his face before he could even send a text message. Teams are flip-flopping the field. Nooksack already knows what they're going to call right there. They're already running out onto the field. They're just going to come right up onto the ball. Mount Baker cheerleaders doing a fantastic job trying to cheer their team on. In their rain jackets and sweats, repping the Mount Baker colors of the black, gray, and red. In front of the cheerleading coaches. Looks like we got some administrative staff here as well. Brown's getting ready to take the snap, handoff, and he stops short as well. The Mount Baker defense is coming up big right now. Things are starting to get a little testy between the Pioneers. That was Jordan Silva who got short. Looks like he actually lost a yard. That's going to be 3rd down. These two teams are starting to not like each other. This is a rivalry game. These two teams have been playing each other since back in the, I don't know, I'm going to take a guess, probably the 30s, 40s, 50s. I know in the 60s because my dad talks about how he used to only play the first half of the football game against Nooksack because Mount Baker was beating them so bad. Brown breaks the huddle. 2 wide receivers to this near side. Nope, 3 is Scout Winter is coming out now in the slot. Brown's got a running back off to his left. Oh my goodness, this ball gets snapped, and it's going a long way back, and that kid's in trouble. That's a big-time sack by 1. Let's see. Corning, Beeson, Larson, Jacoby, Jeremiah Lees, Logan Reeves, and Steves. Everybody was back there. That was a bad snap, and that's not what Nooksack needed right there. Oh, boy. Snap got away from the freshman. That takes the ball all the way back to the 27-yard line. They were knocking on the door at 1st down with a yard to go, and the defense stepped up, pushed him back, and then a bad snap, and now Nooksack's going to probably have to throw the ball here. A fourth down and 20, fourth down on the 27. I'll be really surprised if they run the ball here. Brown trips to the right. 1 receiver up top on the left. Here comes a blitz. Jeremiah Lee. Toby Jefferson out there. And, ooh, that looks like nope, that's Ethan Larson with the big stick. But Ethan's a little slow to get up. Had some help from his teammates. What a great play by Ethan, coming down the line, helping out Toby Jefferson, cleaning everything up. But Ethan's kind of holding that left arm a little bit. Hope Ethan's okay. He's been having a fantastic game, starting both ways as a sophomore. The Mount Baker offense out onto the field again. Here comes Jacoby. 1st down from the Mount Baker 27-yard line. Last time he had the ball, he fumbled down on the 1-yard line, recovered by Nooksack, but the defense was stout. Defense was hold. They got a turnover on downs, and now Jacoby's back under center, and he's going to hand the ball off to Jesse Sandy. Some tough running, and he's not, I tell you guys, he doesn't go down. Now you guys understand why I make the kids do so many prowler sprints. They give Jesse 6 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. We got a whole new backfield in for Mount Baker. I'll get you guys some numbers here in a second. The only reason why I know, because Toby Jefferson, Jesse Sandy just ran off the field. See who's in the backfield now. It's Mason getting the play from Coach Lepp. Clock's running. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left to go into the 4th quarter. Jacoby back into the huddle, calling the play. We got Willem Maloli in at tailback, Marcus George in at fullback. Chichi split up on the slot on the far side. Garrett, wide receiver, down on his near side. Handoff up the middle to Marcus, and Marcus makes a shimmy and a shake, and he's gone for a monster gain for the sophomore. What a great run by Marcus George, about 25 yards for the sophomore, but he comes up a little lame. He's hobbling on one foot. 33 Logan Reeves coming into the game. I hope Marcus is okay because that was a heck of a run. Moves the ball all the way up to the Mount Baker 48-yard line, so that would make the run 19 yards by the sophomore. Hopefully it's just a Charlie horse. Jacoby back into the huddle. Huddle breaks. Logan Steve, we got a timeout. Nooksack. Timeout Nooksack with the score 26-0, 8:23 left to go into the game. Coach Bartle having a little conversation with his kids as timeout Nooksack. Mount Baker on the far sideline. They're going to not get too close. Coach Leps got everybody around him, telling him what the next play is going to be, setting up the next series of downs. Highly entertaining game here tonight, folks. Hope you guys have been enjoying the broadcast. We had some technical difficulties, and, well, let's just leave it at some technical difficulties. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the show. Hopefully I don't get in too much trouble. But with everything these kids have gone through, this has been great to see them come out and play a football game. Nooksack, very impressed with what Coach Bartle has put in out here in Everson, Sumas area. These kids are extremely well coached, and they came to play. Jacoby into the center. Wing T formation. He's going to spin it. What? And it got intercepted. They tried to toss the ball to Willem Maloli, and right there was number 4, Jordan Silva, and he snacks, and he just grabbed the ball right out of the air. It was like Mason was just pitching it right to him. If he doesn't trip, he's checking in at the border. He's trying to say hello to the Canadians. He would have been gone to the house. So we got another turnover. That's not going to make Coach Lepp happy. But here we go. Mount Baker back on the defense. Shotgun formation for Brown. 2 running backs. He's going to hand off up the middle. Phil Paez wreaking havoc in the background. Nope, that wasn't Phil. That was Thayer Brown. Thayer Brown making some noise in the background, disrupting the whole play. Ethan Larson there with Davin Beeson, of course. Only a 1-yard gain. Looks like Ethan's shoulder's feeling much better. He's in there. He and Thayer Brown been holding their own there as sophomores starting on the defensive line. Willem Maloli still back playing safety. Looks like you got him in a little bit of a hybrid position. He's lined up as a linebacker right now as Brown in the typical formation with a handoff straight up the middle, and there's nobody there. Fumble, Rooski, and the ball is on the ground, but it is recovered by Nooksack. Scout Winter with a huge pop up the middle. I mean, there was nobody there once he got to that second level. That's a big gain, probably 15 yards. Great play by senior from Nooksack Valley, running hard. Phil Paez giving the referee a little help, saying, hey, looks like your belt's a little too tight there, buddy. We got 6 minutes, 57 seconds and counting left to go into the game. Nooksack Valley starting to move the ball a little bit. They got 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side with 2 running backs for Brown, the freshman quarterback, getting his first start. He takes a high snap, run up the middle. That's going to be good for a couple yards. He's still fighting. Gotta love running backs that don't want to go down on the first hit. Scout Winter reminds me a lot of Dane Winters from last year, a 1,000-yard rusher for the Pioneers. Another good, hard-charging running back for Nooksack. Brown getting the play in from Coach Bartle. Here comes Jesse Harwood, the freshman, replacing, looks like Thayer Brown coming out. So now we got freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a senior on the defensive line as Brown's got 2 on the far side, 1 in the middle. They're going to run the option, and there's Davin Beeson, and he's not going to go anywhere with some help from Jesse Sandy. Nooksack sideline saying that's a late hit, but it looked like Jesse was, they were already kind of going to the ground there. That play didn't go anywhere. I think they probably lost about 5, so that's going to bring you back 3rd down and 10. No. Yep, 3rd down and 10. Horseman replacing Steves on the defense. All right, they moved Garrett Smith up to the defensive end on that far side and Phil Paez on this near side. That is a dangerous speed combination off the edges. Jesse Harwood in the middle. Thayer Brown, who's been having a heck of a game blocking up down the middle there on that defensive line. They're going to swing it out, and here's a whole bunch of white shirts. Davin Beeson is there for the tackle, the initial hit. Also, Chichi Rodriguez was there. 34 Phil Paez was out there as well. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 6. Coach Bartle's going to go for this one with 4.5 minutes left to go in the game. Ball is on the 21-yard line of the Mountaineers. Let's see if the Mountaineer defense can come up with another stop here. Pitch a shutout in the first game of the season. Clock is running. We're under 4.5 left to go into the game. 3 wide receivers up top. Again, they love the spread offense. 1 down below, a running back in the backfield. Brown, quarterback, calling it. Here's the snap. Good snap. They're going to run a bubble screen. And Mason Jacoby just tried to light somebody up. Barely missed him, but Davin Beeson is there to clean everything up, and that's not going to be a 1st down, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. Ball is going to go back to the Mountaineers offense. Jacoby read the play. He was there to make the play. Just came in a little quick. Good, quick little move by the Nooksack Valley Pioneer receiver. Four minutes, 2 seconds left to go into the game. 26-0, Mount Baker. It feels good to be watching football again in the Pacific Northwest, I tell you. Willem Maloli still in at tailback, trying to see the number of the fullback. Not quite sure who that is. Willem Maloli takes it up the middle, and he's got a crease. He's still going. He's still going. What a run by Willem Maloli, and his dad, Matt, drops the camera. He was so excited. Takes the ball from the 20 all the way into Nooksack Valley territory, down to the 50-yard line. What a run by Willem Maloli. I thought Dad was going to jump out of the stadium and knock the camera down. Matt says he's sorry, everybody. He just got a little excited right there. Garrett Smith coming down to this near side. Caleb Horseman in the wing. They're going to run up the middle. There's Logan Steves, who's dropped his head, but he got popped. Number 24 is not on my player list that I got from Coach Bartle. I'm going to have a talk with Coach Bartle about that.
That ball is carried by number 33, Logan Steves.
Let's see if the announcer here will tell me who number 24 is. And we got a whole bunch of really white jerseys coming on the field. That means the starters' night is done with under 3 minutes left to go. I'll try and keep up with the changes, but here we go. Looks like Landon Smith is now in at quarterback. Little brother of Garrett Smith. Jordan Hughes is at the center. We got a timeout. Who's calling the timeout? Delay a game, Mount Baker. That's okay. All right, so I got a whole bunch of new numbers to call out. Number 81 is Wyatt Pettigrew. 74, Jesse Harwood on the line. A lot of the young guys are going to start getting some playing time here. Jordan Hughes is going to be at center. Thayer Brown still in a tackle. Looks like Jesse Collins Dick is into the game. Drake Pinky is in the game. Brady Weston at fullback. Looks like, is that Tyler Kittner at the wing? Not quite sure. Well, there's movement. Yeah, that was Tyler Kittner at the wing back at top who moved a little early. It's going to happen when you get some of these younger guys in that haven't quite played. They're probably a little nervous right now. That's okay. Mistakes are going to happen. Number 71, the freshman, the big freshman, 6'2", 230, Duke Haliapiapi. He's an intimidating looking dude. 6'2", 230. He's a freshman. That guy's going to be a load when he gets to be a senior. Oh boy, scouts are going to love him. Landon Smith under center. Takes the snap, fumble, gets it, goes to run outside. He's going to lose a bit. That's some pretty cool stuff happening on the Nooksack Valley sideline. Colton Brower rallying the seniors. This is senior night for these guys. They got to play one last football game. They're going to play a couple more football games, but senior night is always a big night for any high school senior. When you get recognized with your parents, you get to give mom a flower. I remember my senior night like it was 20 years ago. Handoff up the middle. Brady West. Look at that. Brady West running for 12 yards. Great hard run by Brady there, dropping his shoulder, carrying a defender with him. Nice play up the middle. Still fourth down. We got under a minute left to go, everybody. Mount Baker's going to run the ball, and whether they get a first down or don't really doesn't matter. The score really doesn't matter either, everybody, because these two kids, these teams, they should be applauded for putting forth quite an effort. This was such a fun football game to watch. I'm so happy for my brother and everything that he's got going on in Nooksack. He will turn this program around, and they are going to do some dangerous things with some of the young kids they got coming up. Mount Baker, also very young. They're going to be extremely good in the near future as well. Landon Smith with the keeper, and he's just chugging those legs. He's got 5 yards, but that's going to turn it over. The clock stops at 17.8 seconds. 26-0 here. I think we can safely say that might be the final score, but I don't want to jump to conclusions. Weirder things have happened. I mean, heck, a ball bounced off Chichi Rodriguez's head and fell into the arms of a Nooksack Valley player. Never know what you're going to get up here. Nooksack still keeping some of their older seniors in. Don't blame Craig on this one. Give him one last play to score a touchdown. Let's see him go yard here. Let's see if Nooksack pulls out the old hook and ladder. I don't know. Let's have some fun here. Hey, Coach. Mount Baker's going to call a timeout. I'm not quite sure why they're going to call a timeout, but they did. Again, congratulations to the seniors of both Mount Baker and Nooksack. Nooksack played one heck of a football game. They fought tooth and nail. They hit hard. They ran hard. And their freshman quarterback, he might have made a couple mistakes tonight, but, man, that kid has got some talent, and the future is really bright for him under the tutelage of Coach Craig Bartle. Well, first game of the season, into the books pretty much, 17.8 seconds. Coach Lepper just coaching up some of the younger guys. Saying, don't let anybody behind you. Keep everybody in front of you. Keep your mouth shut. Hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. I enjoyed talking we're going on 2.5 hours. We had a little hot mic incident earlier, but other than that, we did pretty well. We only lost the power once. Shotgun formation for Nooksack. Going to be one of the last few plays of the game. They're going to dump it out to the senior, it looks like. And he lowers his head. He got tackled by that was Scout Winter. Gets tackled by number 26 from Mount Baker. Who's that? Kevin Tucker with the tackle. Great job, Tuck. Lower in the shoulder, taking on the senior. Phil Paez into the backfield, but quarterback was able to get over it. And everybody, that's going to do it from Sid Lambert Field. The clock hits zeros. Stand up wherever you are in Deming, everybody. Clap your hands and say thank you because we got the first victory of the season, and football is back in the Pacific Northwest. Nothing like Northwest Conference football. Final score from Sid Lambert Field, 26-0. The Mount Baker Mountaineers earn their first victory of the season. That's going to do it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be broadcasting live next week from Blaine High School, where the Mount Baker Mountaineers take on Meridian, but we are the home team playing on the turf next weekend. Not quite sure who Nooksack plays, but whoever they play, Nooksack's going to punch him in the face really hard a whole bunch of times because that's a dang good team they got out here in Everson. Baker going off into the far north end zone for the post-game treat. Coach Lepp waving thank you to the cheerleaders. Didn't wave to me, but that's okay. I want to thank everybody for giving us the opportunity to do this. Coach Lepp, Mary Seawright, school board. Hope everybody had a fun time. I had a blast. Sorry for the hot mic. Love you guys. And to all the students out there that are still watching, I'll see you guys Monday morning, bright and early.